Today is day 374 of web development. It is also Thursday, July 28th, 2022. And today I'm going to do what I did yesterday, except that I'm also going to add an extra step, and that step is going to basically be like a modal, so that when I click on a button, the admin like login page should pop up. So we'll start with my head tags, and I'll do meta name equals viewport. So about the viewport, the content of the viewport, specifically the width, has to equal the device width. So basically, this allows that for that when I'm in a mobile device, the width of my site, of the viewport, right, is going to be equal to the width of my device. And that's all that there's to it, and it's just saying initial scale 1.0. All right, so that's it for the head tag, and then the body tag is basically where everything in the website is going to be appeared in. So anything you write in the body tags, you see on the left side, right on the screen. So I'll start with my container and give it a class container, hence the name. And I'll just go to my CSS and I'll target it using dot notation since it's a class, and I'll give it a border property, 5 pixels, black, solid lined border as values, and a height of 100 VH, which is a vertical height of the screen. That's what VH stands for. And then I'll just kind of get rid of any default margin and padding that there is. So by using the everything selector, which is star. And then inside the container, I'm going to have, right, a card. And inside, I'll actually just copy this and paste that and just change it to card and get rid of that height right there. Maybe I can give it a height of 400 pixels and a width of 200 pixels. And then I want it to be at the center of the page, so I'll just go to the container and give it a display of flex, so that everything inside the container becomes a flex item, and that includes the card, because the card is inside the container in the HTML. So now the card is a flex item, and so because it's a flex item, it's now going to kind of fall under the dominion of any flex property that I use. So in this case, I can use justify content and then set that to center, and that's going to center it horizontally, while align item centers it vertically. So now it's going to be really like center. All right, and then maybe I want to kind of adjust the width to be something like 300, something like that. Okay, maybe 350. Sure. All right, and then inside the card, right, I want there to be like a logo. And then I also want there to be a form, right? So I'll use my form tags, and form has a label and it also has an input. But I guess today I don't think I want to have, I don't know if I want to have a label, and instead maybe use a placeholder. I think I'm going to keep a label, yeah, and I'll just call this username. And then I'll put my input and just have it there. And then I'll do another one, I'll do another label and call this password. Oops, that was supposed to be the, actually, yeah, password. And then the input would still be the same except for one difference. I just have to do type equals password, so that when I actually write on it, it's dots instead of like my actual text. So if I didn't have this and I write in here, it's going to be text. See? So if I do have it, type password, and when I write in here now, it's going to be dots, right? Just like a password normally would look like. I'm going to put this in their own respective divs, so I'll call this pass, and put this in here. Oops, I can't, what the heck? Div. All right, it took me a while. And then I'll call this div user. All right, put that in there. All right, and that's that. And then I can also, inside the form, have a button basically that leads to nowhere, and I'm just going to call it log in. And now that's that. So now I'm going to go to my CSS and basically figure things out. So for the container, that's not relevant right now. Okay, so the card, maybe I can just have the H1, which in this case is a logo, right? I can just have that be at the center by doing text align center. Oops, it's not a class, it's just a normal element, so it's H1. All right, and then I could have, let me just think. So the form itself is an element. I can just give it a border so I can kind of see what I'm working with right now. Solid. All right, so that's good. I can maybe give that, do I want to center it? But then that's gonna move everything else. So maybe I'll just position relative to the logo, which is H1, from the top 100 pixels, right? Kind of goes into the bottom. And then let me think. Okay, so maybe the input, I want it to have a width of 300 pixels, right? Something like that. And then under the label, I want there to be space between the label and the input. So maybe I'll do margin bottom of 10 pixels. Does this thing even work? How about 20 pixels? Oh, I don't think it worked last time. So I could just do this. Input margin top. There we go. All right, but that's still too much. 10 pixels. All right, something like that. Maybe definitely 5 pixels would be better. And then I can also have a margin bottom of 10 pixels. Something like that. Okay. And then what else could I do? I can give this a display of flex, the form, and then I can center that stuff, right? Justify content center, align items center, and then flex direction column, because by default the flex direction is set to row, that's why everything's in the same row, but when you set it to column it goes on top of each other. Oops, column. All right, so there we go, beautiful. And then for maybe for the labels itself, I can just kind of give it a font size. Let's see if 3 minimum would work. I guess that's better. We could do better though. Justify content center. I guess that's okay. All right, and then for the button, oops. So form A, I'm just gonna give it a background. Actually, I don't even know what background I'm gonna give it. I'm just gonna get rid of the underline for now, text decoration none. Set the color to white. It's gonna disappear because the background is white, but let me go to the color palettes and see what colors I kind of want to use. I don't know how to use a gradient anymore. Let me see, palette generator. Come back when I have the colors. All right, so I decided I'm gonna use these two colors, right? And I'm just gonna put it as a CSS gradient, 17 and 77 for the values, and just copy to clipboard and just paste that in there for the background of the A. And not only that, maybe I should change that to black now. Yeah, that makes sense. But also for the body. So I'll go here to the body and put that in there, and that background of the body should appear like that. And then for the card itself, I would like it to have a background of EE, which is kind of like an off-white. Okay. And then this would obviously look a little bit nicer if it had some padding. So top and bottom 10 pixels, left and right 20 pixels. Okay, that works. Let me see. And then I would also like it if maybe the height of the form. Did I give it a height? gonna be 300 pixels, and then from the top, 80, 40. Okay, and then, oh, this could also have a height of 40 pixels. That's what I was missing. Okay, definitely not. Let's do 30. Okay, that works. And then I want it to be at the center though, and it's not really at the center. So you know what I could do? Oh, I know why. It's because they're within their own divs, and so I'm gonna have to do pass. And what if I give it a display of flex so that it centers? Well, no, because then that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna do something real bad. I mean, let me try it anyway though. Get this over here. Let me just copy this. And what in the world did I just do? Control 0. Okay. Paste that in there. No. No. Okay, how about, no, it's just that I don't want it to be like that though. What should I do? I want the boxes, the inputs to be more the center. This is working, but this not so much. It should be, it's aligned at the center, but it's not justified at the center. So what shall I do? Should I just, Ew. What did I do yesterday? Okay, hold on. Let me think. Do I really care enough? You know what I do have to do though? The pass has to have a margin bottom 20 pixels. Let me look at yesterday's work. Did I even have it at the center? I did. It was right in the smack center. What do you call these things? The inputs. Ow. Oh, you know why? Okay, hold on. Let me think. Let me give this a border so I can kind of see what's going on. I always have to give borders to everything. Alright. Yeah, that's why it's not centered. What if I just happen to do pass input position relative from the left, maybe 20 pixels? Are you serious right now? 50 pixels? Nope. Okay, that's great. Relative, what if I just do input? That literally doesn't even work. What do I call this then? Input div user div pass. I wonder. I could just put it at the center and then I could just do 350 pixels. Oh, what if I just do 100%? I guess I could do that, couldn't I? I guess that works. And then the button itself could also have a width of 100%. But it's not going to be the same as yeah, that's going to be an issue. How about 50%? I'll just kind of play around until I get the value. Alright, I think that looks kind of fine. Text align, center. Alright, so that's looking fine. And then let me just get the opposite. So I'm going to put this as 77 and this as 17 to get the opposite effect, and just copy that and go back. Where is my stuff? Okay, over here. So form a hover. So when the link is in a hovered state, I'm just going to change the background, right? So that happens. And then let me just get rid of any borders that there are here. Okay, so there's a border here, and a border here, and a border here, and a border here, and that's pretty much it. So let me just look at it this way. Oh my god, it's horrible. Where is the H1? This has to have a margin top of 20 pixels. Okay, that works much better. Alright, paste that in there. Okay, nice. So I can just write my name. So I'm at the NJ, my username, and then my password. Beautiful. And then, although I feel like the login is a little bit hard to see, so maybe that's not the best design-wise, but whatever. Okay, so that's that for the thing itself. What do you call it? I can't even think right now. The admin login page, yes. Okay, now for the actual modal part. So outside of the container, maybe I'm gonna have a button, and it's gonna be called login. All right, and then this button is going to, when I click on this button, I need it to go to the element that has the ID login. So in that case, it's going to be this card. So I'm going to give this card an ID of login. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the card to have a visibility of hidden. So it's like it's literally hidden. And then I'll go and set this, I should probably give this an ID too. I'm going to call it button, so BTN for button. So I'll go here and do hashtag BTN, right, because you target IDs with hashtags, and then I'll just give it a position absolute so that it doesn't interfere with the card itself, and then maybe top 0, so it goes at the top, and then maybe instead of from the top 0, I'll do maybe like 20 pixels because I just want it to be kind of like there and just kind of make it pretty. So let's do padding, 10 pixels top, bottom, 20 pixels left and right, which I can't even see right now because I don't have a background. But let me get a color that might kind of match. Where's my stuff? I literally never know where my stuff is. Okay, background, hashtag for hex code. Oops. I guess that works. And then I could just get rid of the underline by doing text decoration none, and then color black. All right, and then I can set it so that when hashtag, what did I give it? Login? Right, so when the ID login is targeted, I need the visibility of it to become visible. So now when I click on it, the admin thing pops up, which is really, really cool. So that's the modal that I was talking about. So when the ID is targeted, and the ID is targeted when I click on this, right? Because again, if I look at my code, I'm saying, okay, this is my A tag, and the link is going to log in. So that's how it's being targeted. So when login is targeted, I need whatever element that has the ID as login to have a visibility of visible. And that happens to be the card, right? The admin card, which currently has a visibility of hidden, right? So when I click on it, the admin card pops up. Why? Because the login ID was targeted. And which element has the login ID? The admin card. All right, so that's pretty much it. And then to close it is another thing. So, okay. To close it, here's the problem. I could just make an X, but that literally wouldn't make sense. Usually what would happen, a login would take you to another page, but I just kind of want to explore. But here's the thing, I've been struggling to kind of work with closing pop-ups or modals when it's the same button. I can definitely do it if I have like an X over here, but that kind of wouldn't make sense in this situation. But yeah, I could though have a div class, what do you call it, card. I could just have a modal, just modal, I don't even care. All right, let me get rid of this real quick and see where it ends. Okay, so let me put one right in there, and then over here, put that there, and then give the modal, where's my stuff? All right, the modal can have a background of a linear gradient of RGBA 0.77, 0.77, 0.77, 0.7, and then comma, same values here. Oops. But that's going to be a little difficult now, is it? Let me see. But that needs to have... Oh, my bad. It's supposed to go here. Right. But it needs to have the full width and height of the container. Much better. But then this is a problem. Now why is it all the way over there? Really? It's confused. Alright, let me think. Modal form, and then this div is for the login. And this is for the modal. And this is for the container. It has to do with positioning, doesn't it? Okay, let me think. Oh, it's because it's not centered. So instead of, all right, let me fix that real quick. Just paste that into here. And now it should work. Okay, pretty. Let me reload. Save. Okay, so now login, it should pop up. But here's the thing, the login should have a z index of like lower than the admin, or at least the modal. So let me do z index 1, and then the button, right, can have a z index of 0. So now it's at the back, right, when this is here. Let's see. So to get out of this view, I would have to do an X button. So I guess I could do that, right? I could do that. Okay, icons8.com X. It just doesn't look aesthetically pleasing if I use an X, because it doesn't make sense. Usually in a website, if you click on login, it takes you to another page. It doesn't open up a modal. So having an X kind of seems weird design-wise or user experience-wise. I'm just going to copy the image address and then go back over here and just go to the modal itself and just give it a, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, an image. So it's going to be a link though, because I'm going to target it, and the link is going to be an image. It's going to have a source of the following link that I just pasted. And then I'm going to give it an ID of X, and I'll just go over here to my CSS and kind of just target it. So X is going to have a position absolute. Let me think. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, hold on. I had it inside the modal. It should be inside the card over here. Okay, let me do that again. Where did the card go? Now the card isn't even here. Great, love that. Amazing. Okay. Position absolute, and so when the X is, oh, I don't have a, okay, height 25 pixels, width 25 pixels, that's why I wasn't able to see it. But I still can't see it because I need to target the image itself. All right, and then I'll be able to see it. Somewhere, I don't even see it anywhere. Hashtag image, let me see. Where did it go? ID, href, it goes nowhere, and it's an image source, and it's like that. Okay, it should work. I don't know why it's not working. Alright, let me think. Okay, so then position absolute from the top, 0. Interesting. I don't understand why I'm not seeing it here. Background size cover. I love that things happen and they just don't make sense. It's great. Alright. Either way, when the X is targeted, the visibility of the card has to be hidden. But I don't even see the actual the thing. Okay, hold on. So this is a container, this is a login, this is a modal. Inside the modal there's a class, and then inside the class I added a link. Let me delete that. So that's not the problem. Why is there, oh. What if I change something here? Let me just set the visibility to visible for now. Where did it go? Okay, visible. Okay, there we, oh, so now, oh, it's because the X, oh my god, I'm so dumb. It's because I put the X in the card, the visibility of the X was invisible as well, but I don't want that. I need the X to become, right, well, yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so hold on. The X though has to have the same Z index as the card, and that's what, 1 or something? And then the position from the top, let's do 20 pixels. Maybe I just want it to be relative to the card itself, right? So that happens, but then it kind of affects the positioning of everything, which kind of sucks, like, a lot. Let's do left 90%. Right, so that makes sense. You know what I could do? It just looks so unprofessional. I really don't like it. Ugh. I don't like it. I could just, I don't even know what I could do. I do know, just increase the height of the card, honestly. Let me just go here and give it a height of 420 pixels. I guess that works. Alright, save that, reload. Okay, now let's see what's happening. So when the X is targeted, the card has to have a visibility of hidden. Where's the card? Okay, hidden, save that, reload, okay. Oh, I know what's the problem. The modal has to be the one with the ID, not the card anymore, because the container is part of the modal container is part of everything. So this has to go here. Perfect. And then this has to be changed to modal. Or I could have just done hashtag login, but whatever. Are you kidding me? Okay, now what? Now what? 5 hours later. Visibility. Oh, because I still have the visibility for the card. But yeah. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be here. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. Okay, it took me 5 hours, but I got it to work. Alright, so let me just compare to yesterday. So yesterday I did this. I feel like the colors were better yesterday, weren't they? Let me just open the result. Alright, so yesterday, this is what I did, right? Okay, that's it. And then today I have a login, right click on it, and a modal or a pop-up pops up, and I have that. Oh, I know, there's a, let me do the font. I'm just gonna copy it straight from yesterday's code because Girly does not have time. Let me just copy the head stuff. So that's the link over here for the font stuff. Put that over here in my code. And then I'll be able to use the font family, which I think I have it here. And I'll just go here and go in my body tag. Where's my body? Oh, it's right here. Okay, paste that in there. And now the fonts are gonna change. There we go. Reload that, and now it's looking like that. Why is this one more to the right than username? That's like not okay. Hold on. Did I leave something here? I don't even know. How about, did I? Huh, that is literally horrifying. It looks so bad. Okay, hold on, let me fix this. Why is this even a thing right now? Is it because of this? Oh, no. How about I do margin left? Can I have like -2 pixels? That wouldn't make sense, right? Oh. Oh, it is. It does. Wait, hold on. How about -5 pixels? Oh, it does work. Okay, now we're getting it. Oh, you know why? It's because I didn't change the height. Hold on, Girly's confused. The height, is it different? Or is it the width that's different? They should be the same width and height with 100%. Oh, it's because I think maybe the containers have a different width. Maybe that's why? Because now look, oh yeah, it's definitely because the containers have a different width. And maybe it has to do with the username over here. So how about I just give this a certain width of, alright, okay, let me just play around with that. 298, maybe 290. Nope, too much. I mean too little. 296. Okay, I think that looks much better. Let me see. Maybe there could be more spacing between both of them. How do I do that? Let me think. Label input between the divs. So maybe between the user div, there can be a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Right, that would work, but then the login is a little bit low, so maybe I can just decrease from the top where the thing is coming from. Okay, I guess that works. Okay, that's it for today, I think. I think I did a pretty good job. I think this is really nice. Username, password, login, and then the X, right? X is out of that. This is so satisfying. Alright, so I could use I, month, and J, and then my password, right? And then login, which takes me nowhere. Nope, nope, don't want that. Oh, it even works here, see? So pretty. Like, you even log in, and it pops up, like, do you want to save your password? It's really cool. Alright then, although, here's an interesting thing. It keeps it, so maybe that's something I can figure out with some other code stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Bye.